good evening, good evening, good evening, and thank you for joining us for Travel Rewind. This is your recap of Are You Afraid of the Dark, Season 4, and tonight we will be doing Episode 7, Tale of the Silent Servant, and Episode 8, Tale of the Wolf. Okay,
Your sound's going in and out.
Let's try to remedy that.
Yeah, whatever you just did now, I can hear you now. Well, I can't hear you now, but
Hold on.
whatever you're doing, keep doing.
Okay, there we go. So the first one is Tale of the Silent Servant. So we're good?
Yep. Yeah, we're good. I can hear you.
All right, let's go.
The Tale of the Silent Servant.
What have you done? It attacked me. It's here. Calavector Solemnos. The words don't work. I told you never to reveal yourself. I command you, be still!
Jared Connor was visiting his cousin Anne's farm for the summer. Jared's greatest love was baseball. All he wanted to do was play. Unfortunately for Anne, baseball was not her favorite pastime. It's Mr. Earls. This is great! Ooh. Hey, wait!
Have you seen my dragons?
We haven't seen any dragons!
The better for you then. Such sorrow. I used to see rainbow-colored lights. Now, darkness. Such sweeping blackness. He made me this way. His evil was contagious.
Cool. He who recites that which is written shall summon the silent one hither. Kind of Shakespeare-like.
I don't think you should.
Awaken, slumbering servant. Awaken, say your master. Abide by ye true master's word, and hold ye bound by this incantation.
Why don't you fix the window? You're supposed to be the servant.
Let's go in!
And deliver the stupid beans while you're at it.
Yes! Uncle Pete must have fixed it.
Wasn't me. Mark must have had pity on you two. Oh, Mr. Galloway called and thanked us for those beans.
A
Command you! Finish this fence!
Take it back. You heard what George said. It's evil.
George is crazy. What's your excuse?
This is great. I didn't.
This is our ticket to the best summer ever!
But the scroll said...
Command you! Build me a dugout for my baseball field out back.
Where did these boards come from?
Who cares? We got a real field now.
And Jared, get over here now. You guys want to explain this?
Whoever did.
Jared?
No way. That wasn't in order.
Kill him! Kill him!
Only the true master can separate the dragons. Calibector Solemnus.
What in blazes?
Tag, you're it.
There's always some badass little boy at the center of these shenanigans. Like, are there any well-behaved just little boys running around on TV or anything, anywhere at any given time? And it's always the visiting cousin that get them into some jacked up shenanigans. Like, why would you steal somebody's scarecrow? Like, you're in a small town, like they wouldn't notice that their scarecrow was missing. Then you ignore the cautions that you're given because you want to have your way. Now, how are you going to explain a dugout being built immediately to the other residents of the home? And he didn't think, where did the wood come from? Like, did you think that you didn't order the scarecrow to go cut down and procure more wood? You didn't think about it. But it always goes that when somebody gets the 3 wishes or something, they never think anything through. And he wished death upon somebody over a dang baseball glove.
This, well, we can't say anything because the other time it was the exact cousin who lived in the shenanigans. If you remember the whole feed the hound shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
So this time it was the reverse. The cousin was causing the issue, who was visiting. And I'm just like, here's my problem with all this. I'm like, you decided to play a game with your cousin. You know your cousin is not good at. That's the first thing. This ain't her speed. She works on a farm, for God's sakes.
This ain't Field of Dreams, boo-boo.
I'm like, she works on a farm, for God's sakes. She only knows, no offense, her brother, and her father only know hard work. That's it. That's all they got.
And he's like, and my thing is, why do you want a whole baseball diamond with a complete dugout on a property that's not yours, that you're not at every day of the year? And whose idea was it to send that little boy to go
spend the summer with her, to visit her specifically, because it's obvious that they do not communicate any other time. They have zero in common.
I'm guessing that was the only mother's brother, and she's just like, look, me and my husband, we deal with him on a regular basis. We are tired. We need a vacation. You deal with him, and hopefully you can put the fear of God in him, because I'm done. I done tried. I mean, the father did own him, though, at the beginning of the episode. He was just like, look, nobody asked you to break my window. So
And he lied expeditiously to toss his cousin under the bus. I told her not to go back that far. You a lie. And the devil is about to welcome you with open arms.
And I'm just like, He was like, give me the gloves. Let's go. Give it up. Hand them over. You gonna work off this window. You gonna work off this window.
And the amount of time that they are just allowed to just chill by themselves, go off on adventures, and nobody bats an eye. Yes, I know that the 90s and the early 2000s were a different time, but even you still had to check in. You couldn't just disappear and come back after dark and everything is cool. And these kids are always able to sneak stuff that they have stolen or purchased into the house unnoticed.
Well, the dragons were in her shirt pocket, so she forgot about them after the whole shenanigans. But he saw that. I mean, when they were putting up the scarecrow, the dude was like, "What are you doing?" So he did see it.
Yeah, but then she's sitting there hiding the dragons just like this and sitting just like this. Well, yeah. Parents, you don't think that's suspicious? You don't think that's weird?
Nope.
Because if my parents would have came in and I'm sitting like this, what's behind your back? Nothing. What's behind your back? Nothing. I'd have got tossed into the next room through the walls and they could see what was behind my back.
But I'll just say this. These two episodes by themselves are just problematic in my opinion. Because the one we're going to discuss after this one, it's just utterly just, I hate them. I literally hate them. I hated them when I was a kid and I hate them now. And I'm just like, I get that, some of these stories ain't as fresh as they used to be. I get it. But I'm like, yo, people in the writing room, come up with something better, because this ain't it. This ain't
I'm
it.
starting to question the writer's childhood or what they were currently allowing their children to do.
Because if as quiet as it's kept, and see, okay, so we're not gonna go off on a tangent. So I'm gonna say that now. Okay, ma'am? Do not drag me down this rabbit hole today. So the reason why we're honestly being completely and utterly horrible, like hard on this story right now for people who are watching on Facebook, we've been binge watching and picking apart Bridgerton for the last couple of days, the new season that just dropped on Netflix. So the reason why we're sitting here literally giving the business to these two stories is because we're like, we got treated to quality writing this weekend and then unquality writing this weekend. So we got two shenanigans posted right together, and we were just like, we got greatness, and then we got what did we just watch? And that's what I felt like watching these two episodes. I'm like, what did I just rewatch? What craziness did I just relive? Because I mean, I get the point of this episode where, where Betty Ann's trying to say, sometimes silence is golden, sometimes it's not. Mm-hmm. We learned that with the Quiet Librarian. But I'm just like, hey, if you decided to narc on your friends, that's you. I'm not going to sit there and judge. I'm not going to sit there and say anything. But I'm just like, you equating this to Narkia and your friends. I'm not seeing the connection. And I mean, that's all I got for this episode. You got any further thoughts for this?
No. And if you all want to hear our review, as you can see right below us, we'll be reviewing it tomorrow. Why is this banner keep messing up?
I was like, what time? Because it just says at. I was like, what's going on?
It like part of it just wants to keep saving, and the other part just doesn't want to be there. There we go. We got it. So we're gonna run the ad. We'll see you in 2 and 2, and then we'll come back and then discuss episode. What is it? 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And here we go with the next episode.
I've missed you, Sarah. Jacob. Stay away.
I'm not gonna let you hurt my grandfather.
Your grandfather will live, but with my spirit, his will return to the light in my place. You and I can be together again, sweet Sarah.
Grandpa!
Jesse, don't. That's not your grandfather. Jacob, you can't do this.
He cheated me out of a life, Sarah. It's his fault that I died. It's only fair that I should live through him.
It wasn't his fault. He tried to save you. It's in his journal.
What journal?
Grandpa's journal. Listen. The engine caught fire. The cockpit filled with smoke. I gave the order to bail out, but we were missing one parachute. Only Jacob and I were left. He didn't know there was only one chute, so I lied and said I would follow him.
Jacob knew he wouldn't have gone, and I didn't want us both to die. I don't know how, but I landed the plane and survived. What unbearable agony it was to find that Jacob's chute failed and he was dead. It should have been me.
He tried to save you.
I didn't know.
Oh, Samuel.
Stop it!
No. Sarah, we can be together again.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I never got the chance to tell you, but it was Samuel I really loved. And all this time, I hated him for something he never did.
Let him go. He was your friend.
Save him, just as he tried to save you.
I've always loved you, Sarah. I always will. Thank you for me.
Grandpa!
Samuel, wake up!
What is it? Jesse, how did I get over here?
Are you okay?
I have no idea. Sarah, what is this?
I think it's a new start.
Grandpa Samuel and Mrs. Simpson renewed their love affair.
But friends like that who need enemies. Even after finding out the truth, he was still gonna take the old man out. I really loved him. I just didn't want to tell you.
We could get it right before the time is up. We could get it right.
Like,
Actually, how
Jesus, man,
timely was that song? Wait, how timely was that song though? I didn't even think about it. That's how cutesy. That's how funny that is. Because I didn't even choose the song though. I literally just started thinking it in my head, and then this episode just fits too perfectly. That was just too much.
The shenanigans, the sheer and utter shenanigans. But yeah, it's a no for me. It's a hard.
Again, I hate these episodes. I hate them with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns. I can't stand them. But the fact that, I mean, because what? This had to be what? I want to say probably like around, probably like around 1997, maybe 8, give or take around there.
That sounds about right.
Give or take. By this time, I stopped being as scared of this show as I was when this first came out. Because when I first, girl, it took me a minute to go to sleep. It took me a minute. It took me a good hot second.
And then you have me that goes to sleep to horror movies. But I'm just like, okay, you found out that your friend was really trying to save you. You still didn't care. You still was going to swap him out. And then she's like, I didn't have the courage to tell you. I really love him. So why was you messing around with a friend in the first? You know what? This is giving me, if Bridgerton came from Wish, this triangle. I love you, but I'm going to get with you, and I'm going to make it work, and I'm going to pretend. I bet you she willed that parachute not to work. I bet you she did. She's probably praying every night. Please don't let him come home from the war. Please, please don't. Living in the insurance money house. I have no good sense. Well, any other thoughts on this episode?
Girl. I'll have better thoughts tomorrow because it's going to be something I actually like. I'm saving all my insights for that because this was a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
A
Yes, I agree.
complete utter dumpster fire. Because you have a girl who likes doing things around the house. Sweet, awesome, great, lovely, woohoo. Then you have her best friend who I'm just like, so what's going on with y'all? But we're not gonna go there. Then we have the grandfather who just gaslights her half the time when she's trying to tell him stuff. Then we have I'm just like, sweetness, what's going on here? Then you have the triangle between him, his best friend, and the girl, who the girl didn't tell her fiance, be like, look, I'm really not feeling you anymore. I'm just not. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. We ain't like this. Okay, whatever.
Huh? Well, final thoughts on the night? It looks like this is going to be a quick one.
Well, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I
ain't got
those are my
nothing.
final words.
I ain't got
But as
nothing.
always, thank you, thank you all for joining us. Till
This is a
tomorrow,
short
each
one.
one teach
Sorry,
one,
y'all.
each one reach one. We'll try to be longer next week, but this was. Oh, what are the ones for next week? Do you have it handy or not?
Okay, so this for the people who have the discs, this will be episode 9 and 10. For the people who are watching Paramount Plus, this will be The Tale of the Ghastly Grinner and The Closet Keepers. So,
And if you have the IMDb app, the IMDb app has it in the proper order. If you go in per season, it'll tell you what's what. If you ever get lost in the sauce and forget the title of it, I am doing better. I have heard you all's request. I will be putting the episode numbers along with the titles. My apologies. Like I said, we will see you tomorrow where we will be discussing season 2, episodes 1 and 2 of Bridgerton. So, see you then.